You know what it is, man. You know what it is. This is when ratting goes wrong, man. You know what I mean? This is when ratting goes wrong. All right? That's what this is. This is when ratting goes wrong, man. And they got to get a gunshot. Got to get a gunshot when ratting goes wrong. Let's start the program. All right? All right? Mecca World. All right, you know what it is, man. Unique Mecca Audio, man. For those of y'all that don't know, man, and new to the channel, whatever, those that even been on the channel, I'm going to ask you politely, subscribe. Right now, subscribe. I'm going to give y'all 3 seconds for those that's not subscribed to subscribe. All right, let's ride. All right, let's get this subscription up. You know what I mean? Got a lot of people watching, not even subscribed, and I know they love the content because they keep coming back because I see it on my analytics. Now, it's about, you know, when ratting goes wrong, like I said, man. You can't sit here and think that you're going to get in bed with the devil and you're going to come out unscorched. That's like walking through hell with gasoline drawers on. Remember that. You cannot get with the devil. Now, let me break this down before I even begin because, you know, I read my comments just like I answer my phone. You know what I mean? Just like I answer my phone. I answer this phone. If I don't answer, it's because I'm on the street and I'm watching my back. Remember that. If I don't answer, I'm on the street, I'm watching my back or I'm doing something, but you text me, I will text back. You even call me, I call back. You got people that already know that because I return the calls and they so surprised that I call back. But now, when ratting goes wrong, so y'all understand, right? You got, cause you know, no one ever really broke this down to you, so that's why y'all all confused. You got civilians and you got criminals. You understand? In the prison, you got people that is criminals, and then you got people that just broke the law. They was good citizens, but they broke the law. That's why they wound up in prison. Now, you got civilians and you got criminals on the street. If you choose to be a criminal, which I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't go on the street. Don't get involved in none of that. But if you choose to go on the street, if you choose that route, under no circumstances do you expect the police to help you solve anything. Now, period. I was on the street. I'm selling all types of coke up and down the East Coast. I'm doing what I got to do. You understand? Now, I already told y'all about this, but I got to bring this in so y'all understand. And none of this is to brag. None of this is to boast. It's just to keep it 100 so the youngins understand how this thing works, man. Y'all getting away with a lot out here in the free world on social media because you can hide behind the keyboard and say anything you want. But you break the law, you hit the street, you wind up out there, you wind up in the prison. It's no keyboard. It's just you and your knife. Did you hear what I said? It's no keyboard. It's just you and your knife. So all that, I get caught, I'm telling them, where you gonna go? Let's take this rat bastard on the screen right now. You know what I mean? Let's talk about this rat bastard. He from LA, you know, where the Bloods and Crips originated. You know, so what I've been told, I'm just speaking on what I've been told. If I'm wrong, y'all correct me in the comments because I'm on man time and I can stand the correction. But what I've been told during my time in the feds around official gangsters from the gangbanging era, you know, Bloods and Crippin start out in West. Y'all already know that, you know. Anybody else, and no disrespect to nobody else, but anybody else that picked up Bloods and Crippin as it went on because they put it on with the first movie Colors and so on and so on, and now other states want to be involved in gangbanging. You know, not putting nobody down, I'm just giving the real. Now, when you do that, the brothers, from what I was told, out West, they don't respect you as really, you know, a Blood or a Crip. You know what I mean? That's just, you know, how it is from what I was told. If I'm wrong, y'all put in the comment. Now you got Keefe D that come from LA, go out to Vegas. He go out there, he a strong man because, you know what I mean? At the time, before he started the rat bastard shit, you know what I mean? At the time, you know, he was the OG. So Vegas looked up to him. But LA looked down, you know, from what I was told, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. LA looked down on the gangbangers out in Vegas, and the Vegas got a bad taste in their mouth for the gangbangers out California because they feel like they're not respected for their gangster. Now, you got this rat bastard caught up in the middle. He gets picked up out, you know, in Vegas. Now, he's in a Vegas jail where, from what I was told, I'm gonna keep saying that, you know, because we got the trolls and the rat bastards. You know, they looking for content because they can't kick it like this from the dome. You know what I mean? So they look for people like me to come up here and other men like me that have platforms. And they got plenty of other men that got platforms like me out there. I'm not the only one, so I'm just keeping it 100. And I'm even gonna say some names because I know this video's gonna do good. So I'm gonna send the people to the channels that I like to watch, you know. You know, I mess with me. And you know what I've been really watching though? And he made a video one time dissing me because he had an attitude, but I didn't even take that personal because I really love his content. We got a young man out there in New York named Zip with the drip. You know what I mean? I ain't seen no paperwork on him, so I'm not going to go on none of that, and that's why I'm speaking on man time, because from what I see, he's on man time, his family on man time, and that's what it is. Now, then we got my brother 10 Toes Down. That's my brother. You know what I mean? Now, Zip is my brother because he's also a 10 toes down type of guy that keeps it real from the street. Like I said, I ain't seen no paperwork, so I'm stamping him until I see the paperwork. I watch Zip, and Zip is a funny dude. If y'all don't know who that is, I'm telling you, go check out Zip with the drip. I watch him. He ain't asked me to plug him. I ain't even talked to the phone, don't know him, never met him. If he want to call me, my number's on the screen, you know? But, you know, I'm just speaking for what I like to watch. He's a funny dude, man. He's real old school New York City, man. Funny dude. And then you got my man 10 Toes Down, who holds people accountable, and he goes at people, so he went at Zip. But I can't pick sides on none of that because those are two men and they choose their battles. You know what I mean? And I just sit back and, you know, I watch for the entertainment and to see what come out of it. I haven't seen no paperwork negative on Zip with the drip. The people that I know that I mentioned his name to, they spoke very highly of him. So he's down with that. We got Zip, we got 10 Toes Down that I watch. And I know a lot of y'all don't like Hassan Campbell. I love his content, and he ain't no rat. You know what I mean? He ain't no rat bastard. So I mess with Hassan. I mess with Zip. I mess with 10 Toes Down. I mess with 050. Haven't seen no paperwork or nothing on none of this on these men. That's why I'm stamping them, because this is a gangster channel. When I say gangster channel, I'm talking about that we from the street, so we represent the street. You might not like the way we deliver our content, you know, but that's because you not from our cloth. So you look at it, and you look at it from a different set of eyes than the people that is geared towards that understand who we are. Then we got my man Zeke Black. You know, let's get Zeke Black out there. You know, so we got 050, we got 10 Toes Down, we got Zip, we got Hassan Campbell. Yeah, y'all got all types of stuff to say about all these men. But, you know, stop the trolling and get the jewels or the entertainment is what I say. You know, right now, you know, I'm riding. This is how I ride, man. You know what I mean? I'm riding. I'm going to get back to the brother Keefe D. You know? I just want to ride right now. Just give y'all a little breakdown on this YouTube thing so you understand. What I don't like, you know, about YouTube. Oh, yeah, my man, you know, Vaughn, you know, V over there at 139 The Beat official. Go to 139 in The Beat. These are all channels that I watch. I only watch official channels. If y'all got official channels with stand-up men from out west, Midwest, and all that, California, send it to me, you know, because I'm going to speak on them now in a minute, because I've, you know, a few of those things popped up on my timeline. Now, you know, we got these brothers, and, you know, they doing what they got to do. But now you get a rat bastard that wants fame and wants his name in lights and on videos. So he goes up there and he talked about, you know, a murder. You know what I mean? That he was caught up in the middle of. Everybody know there's no statute of limitation on murder. So right there, brother was wrong. But, when you're dealing with a rat bastard, and they sit down with the government, you know what I mean? They think that, they equal to the government and you can make a deal with the devil. I mean, the government. You know what I mean? You can't do that if you're on the street and you're a criminal. That's why I say don't get on the street. Then if you see a crime and you're not involved with the street, you're not breaking the law, you report that crime. That's what you do as a civilian. But don't go out there gang banging, selling drugs, scamming, doing this and that, and then now somebody robbed you and now you want to run and go tell that, oh, they robbed me. You know what I mean? Yeah, they robbed you. You know what I mean? Because you got in a lane you had no business getting in. And for y'all to understand, I'm going to break this down. I give jewels. That's why my Cash App is up there on the screen. You know what I mean? I'm going to speak on the Cash App later to break this down. This might be an hour-long video because I just feel like riding today, Now, so you understand how this thing go, man. You go up here on these platforms, and a lot of these platforms is civilians that have these YouTube platforms, but they get hundreds of thousands of viewers and subscribers because they're civilians, and a lot of civilians watch them. So the civilians watch them. For the gangsters, they riding on their channel. That's why the civilians watch them. You know what I mean? But the civilians watch them and don't know what's real, what's fake, who's real or who's fake. So they listen to anything they hear on YouTube and repeat it. Now, I'm going to tell you about a phone call that I got because I feel like riding. We're going to get back to the rat bastard in a minute. But just let me ride, man. Let me ride. I got a phone call last night. Somebody called me from out Cali, said that one of his homeboys he cool with. I ain't going to say no names because that's not my thing. Now, said that one of the homeboys that he cool with is out there saying that I'm faking, that I wasn't locked up for no kingpin charge and this and that. The same thing any other, rat bastard do. You know what I mean? And, it's in my paperwork. I was charged with CCE, continual criminal enterprise, running a large-scale violent drug operation up and down the East Coast. That's what I was charged with. But I did 26 years. That ain't enough. I ain't killed nobody. I ain't come on YouTube talking about killing nobody, being no killer and none of that. I just like to party, have a good time, spend money, and deal with women and make sure everybody that come in contact with me is smiling, happy, and they get some of my riches. That's why I did the video on Juan Ramon Mata, because that's what he did. That's what we was taught to do when we hit the street. If we're the ones with the balls to hit the street, then we're the ones to feed our community. Because the government is not feeding it. The government is giving us a big block of cheese like this that it takes 30 minutes, and a lot of times it don't even melt, even on the pot on a hot fire, and you get constipated, But then you come to Unique and say, man, that government cheese got me messed up. Let me get some couple of dollars. I get something for my stomach and get something to eat because my kids is hungry. And I hit them off with 500. That's how we do in the street. But then you got these rat bastards that was faking and implemented themselves in the middle of a criminal organization. Then when they get caught, they do what they have to do. They get to telling. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I watched the program, and I'm not even going to say no name because this is not no shot to you, because I know somebody going to show you this video, but I got to speak on it because I'm reporting from a hood journalist point of view. I saw a man on YouTube said he was celebrating and doing a victory dance for them locking up this rat bastard and charging him with the murder of his friend Tupac Shakur, who's also my friend. I hung with him, took him shopping. You know what I mean? He came and picked me up, wanted me to, walk around with him and show him so he could see how I move, so he could learn how to play birdie, being that I owned the club and I was a big drug dealer on the street. He wanted to watch my ways, but, he came with too many people and I wasn't letting a whole bunch in my circle, but I did deal with him. But now, back to this dude. I seen dude said he was doing a victory dance. I don't wish bad on a rat, you know what I mean? Because God created everything, Remember, let's take the origin of a rat, you know what I mean? I'm talking about a rodent. A rat was created in the Caucasus Mountains to eat the filth in the cave. And they're immune from any disease, like a pig. You know what I mean? You know how the pig eat the slop, you throw it out there, they eat anything and they never get sick. Back in the Egyptian days, they called them enus, I think it was called. It was enus or gunus, enus. You know what I mean? Where they used to have green mucus coming out their nose because that was all the poisons coming out their body, but God created them for that, you know? But as time went on, you got humans, like this rat bastard doesn't want to be Inu. He wants to be a pig. He wants to be a rat. So he gets in bed with the devil, you know, and he gets a thing that they call, and look at the title of it. They call it queen. Let's say that again. Queen, not king, queen for a day. So now you can run your mouth like a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? For a whole day and don't get charged. But once you leave, you can't go back up there and go still running your mouth because you only got to be a queen for the day, Mr. Keefe D. You was a queen for one day, but you extended it and dragged it out. Dragged it out. About 8, 10 years, a decade. You dragged out being a queen for a decade. And now you don't talk yourself into an indictment. Now, let me say this so y'all understand, you know. You can't take nothing. I'm going to say this because nobody else told y'all this. So once y'all hear this on Unique Mecca Audio, nobody don't have the excuse that they didn't know. Because you can't hold a man responsible for what he don't know. I'm going to say this. I don't know how long this video is going to be because I just feel like, you know, like riding right now. Now, let me say this. When a dude gets caught, you know, and this is not a disrespect to the Crips. Let me say this. You know what I mean? Because I got to watch what I say because of the rat bastards and trolls. You know what I mean? When a dude like this get caught that wants to be a human Inu, a human Gunu, I don't remember the name and the rat bastards is going to look it up. You know what I mean? That was the first names they gave the pigs in the ancient world. I read that in a book called The River God. Go get the book called The River God by Wilbur Smith if you want to know about the old Egyptian days. But anyway, you get a rat bastard, a human that wants to be a rodent. So he gets with the pig and he tells the pig, I want to join you. And the pig said, no, you can't be a pig, but you could be a rat. Yeah, boss, I want to be a rat, boss. I want to be a rat, boss. You know what I mean? What you want me to tell you? I'm going to give you a pass to be a queen for the day, Mr. Rat. You know what I mean? And he sat there and he spilled his guts. He just wanted 6 minutes of fame. I don't mention nobody's name on this platform that could even sound like it's implementing somebody. I told over 200 prison stories and haven't mentioned no one's names that went on, but the people that was there know because they put in the comments, he's speaking facts because they was there, you know? But now, so you understand, right? And this way I said, you know, like I said, I remember everything I say because I'm riding. So don't think because I'm riding, I'm getting off topic. That just means you're listening too slow or you just can't comprehend it because I'm giving you too much at one time. It's like too much water, drown a plant, too much sunlight burns the plants. I don't want to burn you, so let me slow it down. Now, so where I'm getting at with this now, with this brother, so you understand. You cannot sit there and sit down with the devil when you run in the street saying, I'm a gangster, I'm a criminal. There's 2 types of gangster, but when I said no disrespect to the Crips, let me hit that and I'm going to get to the 2 kinds of gangsters because this is class right now. I'm teaching a class to y'all right now. You know what I mean? So let me get to that, you know. When a rat gets cornered, you know what I mean? He does the same thing as a crab. Did y'all understand that? When a rat get cornered, he do the same thing as a crab. And that's why, being that I use the word crab, and I learned this from my official Crip brothers, that's a disrespect to them, and there's no disrespect because he's not one of you. So I'm not even associating you with the crab, you know what I mean, mentality, you know, and the rat tendencies. You know what I mean? So let's get that straight, So that's for the rat bastards. You know what I mean? And we can't forget the flip flop wearing in public trolls, So I'm gonna give y'all 3 seconds to go. I'm getting ready to get real nasty with it. All right, be gone, bud. Be gone. Now, so a crab is one, and this is in all communities and ethnic backgrounds and geographical locations, but it's worse amongst our people. Or should I say our people is the only ones foolish enough to go and put this crab mentality out on YouTube, where every time a man start to get 50,000 views, 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, instead of them calling the number, that's on the screen. Oh man, hold on. This ain't even planned, man. This ain't even planned. This is my brother calling right here. I just mentioned his name. Yo, what up, Chef?
What up, you?
Yo, I'm doing a live now about that rat bastard Keefe D, and I let him know that, so that they know how efficient. Did I know you was gonna call right now?
Hell no, nigga.
All right. So let's get that. All right. So what I'm saying is, right, because I reached out to him last night, because this is my brother. Now, I was just letting them know that, the channels that I watch that I like, and, what I mean? I mentioned the kid, Zip with the Drip. You and him had an issue. I mentioned you. I even mentioned Hassan. I mentioned 050, Zeke Black. These are channels that I watch. These men is their own men, and they deal with their own issues. Now, 10 Toes Down did his time as a man. So that's why I mentioned him. If I see the paperwork on somebody and they ain't right, then now they're not my homie. You don't have to be from New York to be my homie. You just got to be like the man on the phone and just be 10 toes down. I don't care if you from West Bubblefuck.
Yeah, definitely.
Right or wrong? What do you have to say about this Keefe D thing? Where I'm at with it, so you can pick up, so I don't have to run it all back, because I already know you know. And this is what I want you.
Hold on. You said who?
The Keefe D. I'm doing a video on Keefe D right now.
I don't know Keefe D.
Keefe D is the one they just charged with the murder for Tupac Shakur. That was all on Vlad talking about he gave his nephew the gun to shoot Tupac, and he wrote a book about it. He just got arrested yesterday. You didn't hear about that?
Nah.
All right, well, you look that up.
I ain't even been in the YouTube world.
All right, well, this is what I want you to do for the YouTube world, because I respect your gangster, right? This is what I'm inviting you to do. I'm going to send you a couple of videos on this issue, and I think that you need to do a video on this, because this is up your lane right now. I didn't see you do it, so I jumped out there and I did it, but, this is your lane. Keefe D is the one that he said he was in the car when Tupac got killed, that he handed the gun to the killer, and the killer shot him, and he was sitting in the car when all this happened, and the feds gave him a pass to be a queen for a day. In the feds, that means that you could tell anything you want that day and you can't get charged. He left the room, he went back on the street, and then he went on YouTube telling about, all the stuff he told about for the day as a queen, and then he added things to it that he didn't tell, and then they came back, and now they indicted him yesterday in Las Vegas. He's sitting in Las Vegas jail for the murder of our brother Tupac Shakur.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
that's
this,
illmatic.
yeah, so that's why I was calling you last night, to let you know to go check it out. I did a video on it. So just so y'all understand how official I am, and how official 10 Toes and the other brothers that's on Man Time is that run YouTube. I did a video yesterday, right, family? The video, I put it up about 11, 12 hours ago. It got 30,000 views. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, let me call my brother Shaft and put him up on this lick, so that he can report to his people what's going on. You know what I mean? So I called to let you know. I did a video yesterday that they need guidance on. I got a little 30,000 views on it. I'm not into it for the views and all that, but you're into it for the entertainment, so you can give them all the jokes they want on this dude. You know what I mean? He sat down with the feds back in 2012, told everything about Tupac killing, and he passed the gun, all this. So they didn't charge him just to get the information, and they threw him out there like bait. You know how you go fishing and you get a little, you catch a small fish and you throw him out there so you catch a bigger fish. You know what I mean?
Definitely, that's a fact.
Now, listen, this man told everything, my nigga. And I just tell a rat to claim you're a rat, and I'm gonna stay out your way, and then we good, as long as you stay in your way. But I had to use this kid as an example so they understand. You understand? But what do you think about that? Dude went on YouTube telling about the murder, and now they used his confession from the murder. They announced it yesterday in a public announcement from the Las Vegas police that it was his own, interview statements that he made on different platforms. That I'm not gonna say no one name or 5 names, and they used that. So you need to get on this right now, big brother. Cause this is another YouTube journalist, like I told you in the beginning of the show, that I respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm asking you, please do a show for these brothers today so they can hear another point of view. They don't need to just hear me.
Yeah, definitely. But when it come to him, what they was trying to say, he not a rat or
Nah. Everybody know he's a rat. Even I talk to my peoples out west. They already know he's a rat. He's been a rat. He can't even go around his people or none of that. But the whole point is, what they saying is that he ratted on himself by talking about giving the gun that killed Tupac the dude, and he was in the car and all this stuff, and even wrote a book about it, my nigga.
man.
And now he locked up. But let me ask you this then, being you're not familiar with that yet, because you better believe my man is about his word. Give me your word you're going to do a video on Keefe D today, man, and enlighten your people.
Do the research on him.
Yeah, of course. And I'm going to send you... I'm going to send you some research. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, but I'm going to give you another one. These dudes, because this is another part of this video, because, I like to ride. I just let my little car skirt just now. You ain't hear it right now. But, you got these dudes that go on these civilian YouTube channels, is what I'm going to call them, because I'm not into disrespecting nobody, as you already know. But they go on these civilian YouTube channels because they got 500,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers. And they go up there and they allow these people to ask them incriminating evidence and statements and questions that's supposed to go to the grave, like about murders, who started the beef, who got shot, who really killed the girl with the stray bullet that the police don't know about. And these are the questions they're asking these young men. What do you got to say about them asking these incriminating questions?
That's another issue that I'll be having. Like, yo, do you know what you even saying right now? You know what you even talking about? You're talking about a case that's going to be reopened. Even with my man, I ain't going to get all into it, but they started trying to call my man a Rizat. He can't get all into the case because now he got to start speaking about murders, who put the hit, how the hit came, and all that. So that's another issue that we be having. So motherfuckers throwing shit out there, trying to make a motherfucker start.
Yo, watch the MF word. What's the MF word?
Oh, yeah, right, all right.
Go ahead, finish.
Trying to get people to start opening up about cases. Like, yo, bro, you put something out there that's going to open a can of worms and people going to start getting excited. So best advice is to leave that alone. But people want to do it for clicks and views so bad that they don't care about what happened to nobody as long as it ain't them. That's the same situation with Alpha. Other people are here and tell on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. So that's where we at. But I'm gonna say the information for you to look it up. But I was telling them that I've been enjoying the entertainment with you Zip, 050, Hassan Campbell, Zeke Black, just plugging all the stand up men that I know. I know you got an issue with Zip, but I haven't seen any paperwork, so you know how I roll. But would you be willing to sit down with him with me so that we could try and get this straight? Huh?
Sit down with who?
With Zip.
You know me better than anybody. I sit down with anybody. I don't fuck about all that. That's entertainment shit. I sit down with anybody.
Okay, because listen, I love his platform, and I told you that before. He is a funny dude, and he reminds me of straight old school New York City. So I want to get to the bottom of this because I love his. I don't like his content. I love his content. You know what I mean? Just like I love your content in 050, I can sit back, smoke me a good joint, get something to drink, and really enjoy myself. But I don't take none of that personal, and I don't get into the trolling and all that. That's why I tell dudes, if you're not in that lane, don't try and, you can ask a question, but don't try and make statements about a game you know nothing about and you have no business participating in. Right or wrong?
That's a fact.
But let me finish this joint on him because I want to get on to, right now, they got this crab in the barrel, and like I said, no disrespect to the Crips because I don't even consider him as a Crip once he started ratting. He lost all his points. But they got this crab in the barrel. They're just trying to grab at anybody. So now I'm seeing on YouTube, family, where they're saying that, they get ready to bring up, Puffy name, that Puffy had something to do with it, this and that. So he might bring up Jay-Z name, Kanye West name. You don't know what name this crab is going to bring up to try and get himself out that barrel. You know what I mean? For men that already made it out the barrel. You understand? Make sure, right or wrong, family?
That's a fact, brother.
Okay. So now, do a man from the street that was on Man Time lose all credibility once he sit down and start working with the government?
Facts.
Okay, so what I want y'all to understand with my brother on the phone, because, this is another brother that I respect that been through the trenches. What I want y'all to understand is one thing, man. You can't listen or take anything that a rat bastard says with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Once he rat, you know what I mean? And he sit down with the government, he's going to throw everybody's name out there. And I'm asking y'all nicely on these other YouTube channels, please don't go, repeating the gossip and the stories you hearing off the street about this case that might pull somebody else in this case. You understand what I'm saying? Because, I'm seeing pictures, you know what I mean, with Puffy up there, that, he's going to say this about Puffy, he's going to say that about Puffy. Listen, man, Puffy in a whole nother lane. Puffy was never even a criminal. You know what I mean? This man went to school. You understand what I'm saying? And he made it to the top of the food chain, and y'all got to respect that. For whatever reason, our people hate our own once they make it to the top, and they look for different things to say to try and pull them back down like a crab in a basket. So expect this crab to bring up way more than Puffy's name and other names. But I'm telling you, from a street point of view, when a so-called man, as this man professed to be for all those decades, start working with the government and ratting, nothing he says has any credence in our world. And no one should take him serious. Right or wrong, family?
Yep. That's a fact, bro.
You want to say something, plug your channel before I get off so I can finish this, big bro?
It's 10 Toes Down. Tune in. 10 Toes Down TV. 500K.
All right.
And I deal with it all. I deal with every type of content.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't with all the negativity. I'm with bringing us together as a people, period. All people, black people, white, Asian, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But being that black people need the most work, I focus more on black people.
Yeah, Like I said, I'm saying this with 10 toes on the phone. My phone number is on the screen, 917-680-9091. Zip, give me a call, big bro. We're going to have you and, 10 toes down, sit down, and we're going to do this professional on some man time. I'm inviting you as a man, you know what I mean, to give me a call, and me and you will talk, and we see where we go from there, because I see both of y'all as men, and, y'all got a disagreement, and it's only a handful of us cut from this cloth, and we have to make sure that everybody in it is official, and we moving together as one, All right? You cool with that, big bro?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what it is. I'm going to hit you when I get off, all right?
All right, bro.
All right, family. So that was 10 Toes Down, man. Like I said, I named programs that I watch. Oh, yeah, and I got other prison programs I watch. I watch my man Banky Pound. So y'all go check out Banky Pound, and Bill Feasy. I spoke to both of them on the phone. St. Laz, you know what I mean? These are other programs I watch. See, I don't have no discrimination because only a rat bastard would sit there and say, I don't want nobody to go to his channel. I want everybody on my channel. No, I want you to go see Banky Pound, Blood on the Razor Wire, you know what I mean? Because he ain't tell either. He a straight up man, you know what I mean? And this is what it is, Bill Feasy, come on, man. Let's do this right. But now, like I was saying, right, so you understand, dude said on, I don't know how long this going to be, because I just feel like riding, A matter of fact, let me end this right here, man. I might put up another one later on, man, because it's already 30 minutes, and I don't want to give y'all too much, because too much water burn the plant. But I'm going to leave y'all with this, man. I'm going to begin with this in the next part of this. So if this too much for you, don't tune into the next part. There was a dude saying that he was doing a victory dance because they locked up Tupac's murderer. You know, I love Tupac. You know, like I said, I took him shopping. He hung out with me at the Mecca. I mean, me and Tupac, you know, family. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to the police to help them solve his murder. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? They murdered my brother. Let me tell you my story before you rat bastards and trolls jump out there. Let me tell you my story. I got locked up. I got sentenced September 15th, 94. To life plus 20. They sent me to ADX. When I get to ADX, the feds go, it's going too fast. You know, see, I'm riding. You know, I'm riding. I got locked up September 15th, 1994. I went to Lewisburg October 17th, right? Before I went to Lewisburg, my brother got murdered out in Seattle, Washington. He got shot 2 times in the head while he was handcuffed. My brother on my case, that's like my twin. You know what I mean? He's only a year older than me. He got 2 shots to the head. The feds came in, and they brought me down in the room, and they handcuffed, and shackled me to the floor and chained me up, and they laid out some big, beautiful colored pictures out of an envelope. I didn't even know what they was going to show me. I didn't even know my brother was killed. What they showed me was headshots with my brother's brains blowing out. And I'm sitting there, just got life plus 20 2 weeks before, and I'm chained and shackled to a desk looking at my brother that I came from Kingston, Jamaica with his brains blown out, you know? And they was laughing. They was saying, the fox hunt is over. We killed that nigger. It's what they told me while I'm chained, you know? So, you know, I didn't report it, you know what I mean? I didn't report it to the marshals that they came and they belittled my brother. I didn't do none of that, you know? I just told them, send me up to my cage. At least he ain't got to die in your prison or spend a day in your prison. And they said, well, you'll die in our prison. I said, I put my life on it. I'll never die in your prison. This is what I told them on October 1st when they showed me my brother with his brains blown out. They take me upstairs. When I walked upstairs, that was the longest walk of my life. My knees, man, I'm keeping it 100. My knees was so weak, I couldn't feel my feet on the ground. I couldn't feel my upper body on my knees. It's like I was floating on air in a daze. But I had to hold my head up high, because never would I let the devil see me sweat. They brought me into the unit, and I saw from the front gate to my cell was only about 10 feet. And it looked like 10 miles, because now I had to wait for them to turn the key to open it. So now I had to figure out how to make my legs move without me falling over on my face to make it to my cage, to hit my bed. I just threw my shoulders up and I pictured my mother, you know what I mean? And did what I had to do, you know? You know, hey, homie, I'm in the middle of a video. Hold on or call me back, all right? Yeah. All right, so I started walking at 10 feet, which is only 5 steps. And every step I took felt so heavy. When I finally made it to the cell, I fell to my knees and was half on the bed, and I cried like a baby from what I just had to witness, handcuffed and shackled. I cried like a baby. Rest in peace to my brother, you know. Now, speed up, because I'm riding. You know what I mean? Speed up. Matter of fact, let me give a little intro, tune this up a little bit, man. All right. I just had to take a break. I had to take a break. I had to take a break. But then now I get to Lewisburg. This should be a whole nother video, but I'm giving y'all a treat for those of y'all that don't know me. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed, man. That's all I'm asking. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you got a donation, you hit the Cash App. It's on the screen. For you rat bastards that don't understand that the game is to be sold, not told. You know what I mean? You getting into my mind right now. And my heart. And that don't deserve a subscription or a Cash App. But yet you go to a restaurant, you don't even like the food, and they still add the tip in the bill and you pay that. But then you come here to our YouTube channels and you want it for nothing. Come on, my nigga. Where they do that at? But anyway, I get to Lewisburg and I allegedly stabbed 2 police and wound up in ADX. Now I'm in ADX and, 2 police come see me in ADX. And this time they didn't bring the pictures with my brother's brains blowing out. They brought me down there and they came telling me about this really nice jail, in North Carolina, that had, and Tennessee that had trees on it. I cut them off. I said, hold up, why are you telling me about these jails? They said, because, we want to send you to these jails. I said, okay, first of all, I don't need you to do anything for me, They said, yeah, but you were locked in a cell 23 hours a day. I said, okay, I don't care about that. I said, I don't expect y'all to do anything for me, and you can't give me anything, So they said, okay, we're going to get to the point. We want to know, what do you know about your brother's death? We want you to help us solve the murder of your brother, to give your brother justice. And I let them know, you could never give my brother justice or anything, because you're our enemy. We ran from you our whole lives. We manipulated our way around you. We never sat down and talked to you. He never talked to you. I never talked to you. So what make you think now I need to talk to you? He said, because I know you want justice for your brother. I said, we have 2 different definitions of justice. My justice is not in a courtroom with a man with a black robe. So let's stop this. Now, let me go back to my cage. You go back and do whatever you was doing, and let me go fight my way out of this cage and get my justice my way, the right way. So I don't need you to send me to a nice cushy jail. I don't even need you to ever come back and see me, because I'm telling you now, I'm going to spit in your face. Don't come back and see me. I'm in ADX Supermax, locked in 23 hours a day, and they thought they could bribe me with a nice jail. I think it was Memphis in Tennessee. They were telling me in Butler, North Carolina, the hospital jail. I told you, you got the wrong nigga. You know what I mean? So, I wouldn't help them solve my own brother's murder. Like I said, I'm riding. This how I ride. I wouldn't help them solve my own brother's murder. So I'm not going to help them solve Tupac's murder. I'm not going to help them solve Biggie's murder. I'm not going to get involved in none of that. That's just the way it is, man. Life is what it is, man. We choose our sides, and that's why I tell the youngins, don't break the law, don't go on the street, so you don't have to have this twisted mentality that I have. I know I'm burnt out. I know I'm twisted. Yo, everything in the book, you rat bastards want to call me for standing on street, man, code, and principles. Call me. But you can never call me a rat. Remember that. And with that, I'm going to end. I'm going to end, but I'm going to do another part later. And I want to end this with this, man. Because like I said, I'm just riding. I'm going to end it with this. Listen, man. Listen. We don't need no police, when we on the street. That's why I say go get a job, do the right thing, then you go tell the police whatever you want to tell them when they break the law, because you're paying taxes. I didn't pay taxes back then, so I didn't expect anything from the police. So we don't expect them to do anything for us, to solve any murders for us. We got real gangsters, you know what I mean, in every borough in New York, We got Fat Manny from the Unknown, True God, rest in peace to both of them. And Shamik, rest in peace to him too. 3 good men. True, went back to the essence from the street. Fat Manny died on the inside, and Shamik died on the inside. That's Brooklyn's finest. You know, give a round of applause. Give a round of applause to Brooklyn's finest. You know, give a round of applause to Brooklyn's finest. I'm going to start the video off, you know, with the other brothers from the other boroughs. And let's not forget, you know, D Nice and Ken Do, you know, and Tut, you know, out of Brooklyn, you know. And let's get Queens, the Supreme team, you know. So we got Supreme, we got Prince, we got Big C, we got Black Just, we got Jazz, you know, we got Tommy Mickens, you know. Come on, we got the other True that run with 50 Cent. I mean, come on, man. Then you know, we got the Bronx. We got Pistol Pete, man. We got his father. Let's get this right. We got Azar. We got Peter Shoe. Those are my Bronx men. And then we got Harlem. We got Lou Sims. We got Gangsta Lou. We got Farris. You know, we got, you know, Big Buck from I ain't gonna say where he from. We got Big Buck from Harlem. You know, Washington Heights. You know, we got Green Eyes from up there. And let's not forget, man, and let's get a brother applause and make sure y'all go check his video out. It's how we men plug men. Go check out the Doo-Wop and LA documentary, man. All right? Big shout out to Doo-Wop and LA. I saw both of their documentaries. It's fire, man. It's fire. It's fire. It's fire. It's fire. But just remember, you know what I mean? We got men of honor that stand on the morals and codes and principle of this. I take it to my grave before I help these people solve my brother's murder. See how twisted I am? For all of y'all that don't agree with what I just said, you're on the right path. For all of y'all that don't agree with what I just said, you're on the right path. I'm all the way off the path, man. You know, I was raised in it. You know, Lou Sims was raised in it. Farris was raised in it. Gangsta Lou, D Nice, Fat Manny, you know, Prince, you know, Big C, Black Just. I mean, we lost a lot of fallen soldiers from the street, and these are the men that I have to respect their honor and continue to carry the torch. Yeah, I'm twisted, and I apologize to y'all for being so twisted, but this is the lane that I chose, and that's why I'm telling y'all, don't choose the lane that I chose. It cost me 26 years in federal prison, but I'd rather die in federal prison, an honorable man, than walk the street free as a Keefe D rat bastard. All right? Cop the book of Roy in Harlem. And that's what it is. All right?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. Did not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio.
Moving like
2 G's in the 90s. Drop top Beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, you we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend it Ed. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them, cause they the truth them, and bless up to all the rudiments.
All right, you know what it is. I just had a call while the outro was on, man. Tell them who you are and where you calling from and how you feel about the channel, big bro.
Shout out, Ayo,
All right.
It's your boy D-Rock standing from North Carolina, North Cackalack.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Chilling in the village, man. I'm representing the East Coast, the West Coast. I'm representing Black Love, Black Men United, man. You know, it's sad how Biggie and Tupac went out, but let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around. Karma's a bitch. So, you know, Keefe going down like that, Puffy, you might be next, because Puffy said it in the song. He'll put $1 million on the nigga head.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna go there, and that's what a part of the show was about. That I don't want people spreading these type of stories because we not trying to get the brother pulled in on no bull crap because of what you heard on the street. Because how old are you, young man? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 36, but
okay, no, stop. Okay, give me a second. Let's do this nice. You're 36. You understand what I'm saying? We talking about how old was you in 1996?
Man, my brother is 40.
No, you. How old was you? Is the question.
I was probably like 12.
Okay, stop. Okay. So I'm just walking you through this, not as a disrespect, just for the viewers to understand. This man was 12 years old. You understand? So no disrespect. Don't speak on something from before you was even old enough to comprehend what was going on. Because that's what the problem is. So many young guys is doing YouTube channels and they're saying things like that, and they asking the wrong questions to people that could pull them into open cases. And that's what the show was about today. But I definitely appreciate you, and you know what I mean?
Can I say this?
Yes, you can. Go. There you go.
My brother, he was a Crip, you know what I'm saying? I grew up on Biggie and Tupac. My brother was a drug dealer. He was a Crip. He used to roll around with the mayor's daughter, going around Puffy and Allen Iverson.
I know. But what I'm saying is, listen, I don't need proof on how you feel or your alleged proof how you feel about the situation. The whole point is that we don't need to put that narrative out there. Because by putting that out there, you get people that don't know is going to run with it when, you know, you don't even know if it's true because you heard it from your brother. You understand?
I'm just talking about the music. I listen to Bad Boy. I'm a Puffy fan. So when I heard Puffy said it in his own music on numerous occasions, I'm a Puffy, Bad Boy, Tupac. I'm a 90s fan. I grew up on that. Like I said, my brother, we rock with y'all brothers. He rock with the Crips. He rock with Bad Boy and all them cats. But when I listen to the music, Black Rob did a song with Puffy. He's bragging at the end.
Okay, but listen what I'm saying. Let me ask you this question then. I'm glad you said that. I like civil conversations.
Bro, I'm a musician.
I got you. I'm not there. Just let me ask you a question. You're right. I hear everything you're saying. Respectfully. Okay, but what I'm saying now is, do you feel the same way about the people that wrote Goodfellas or Scarface, you know what I mean? Or any of these gangster movies where you got, you know, murders and all that. Do you say that they a murderer because they wrote a movie about murdering? Yes or no?
Let's keep it real.
No, that's a yes or no. That's a yes or no.
I mean, respectfully, that's a no answer right there because you was
all right, then I respect that.
You knew it was a real East and
West Coast. No, exactly. But you know,
streets.
Yeah,
you
but
was Suge and Puff.
Okay.
Puff was talking smack.
Okay, but family, listen what I'm saying. But just talking smack, that's entertainment. You got dudes that respectfully go up there and talk about having $1 billion in their records and having a house with jacuzzi and airlift, and they don't have none of that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you call entertainment, and that's the point. But now they're trying to take our lyrics from our art to convict our people because they don't like the fact that we made it through the portal to escape You know what I mean? The poverty
Well, I got a question.
that they
I'm
try to
glad you
keep
said
us in.
that. Respectfully, I'm glad you said that. Do
Go
you
ahead.
remember Farrakhan?
Of
You remember
course.
Farrakhan?
I used to go to his
After-
rallies.
Check this out. After Malcolm X died, Farrakhan did a meeting with the Nation of Islam, and he said, "We take out our brother how we want to take out our brother."
Mm-hmm.
And then years later, he did an interview with Malcolm X's daughter, admitting that he said that, and he apologized for his role in it. Same thing with Biggie. Tupac, Puffy, he admitted it. All he got to do is man up like
Nah,
Junior
you said he admitted. Stop that. You telling me that you heard the lyrics and that's it, big bro. So we gonna end the dick. I'm not gonna listen. I don't want to dispute it because I don't know and you don't know. So that's all I'm saying is though
You
we.
listen to it yourself. You just
Nah, I'm not disputing the lyrics that was said in the lyrics, but I know that's creative art that people is expressing, so you can't hold them responsible for creative art and then tell me that, let me say this, and I'm going to let you go too.
Respectfully.
All right, there you go. You can't sit here and say you're going to hold a black man, a rapper, or whatever, responsible for his lyrics, but you're not, in his pen game, but you're not going to even answer the question about a white man expressing his lyrics in the movies and the movie script. You don't want to answer that, but you're quick to go on the black man, and that's where I want to leave it at. And me and you gonna talk off the phone. I respect that because I've been on there long
Did
enough.
You call Gene Deal? Did you warn Gene Deal about
Yeah,
and all that?
but I'm saying, but we ain't gonna get into all that. Yes, but listen, but that was just common sense because anybody know when it get like that, you go anywhere, you be vest up. That's it.
Everybody knows.
You know what I mean?
He's a snake, though, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
but so
a
that's
fan.
yeah. Me, I'm a Biggie and Tupac fan. I love both of them. You know what I mean?
I like Biggie, Tupac, I like Puffy and all that, but Puffy's a snake.
Yeah, nah,
He's a
but I mean,
snake,
but I'm saying that's your opinion, so I don't want to go putting that out there on the air because that's what I'm trying to show them that we're
According
not
to
supposed to
Gene
be
Deal,
doing.
Kim
I
Porter,
know, yeah, we understand that, but that's their side of it. You know what I mean? That's their side of it. We understand that.
And their
Listen,
truth spells in the fans.
but listen, what I'm saying is that's their side of it. Just like you got, rat bastards trying to say shit about me that I never even had a CCE charge when I just did 26 years for it. But that's their side of it. All right? You know what I mean? That's where we at, my brother. But I just want them to hear this dialogue and let them know.
Justice for Tupac.
Me too. Exactly. But we got two
Did it
different.
have something to do with it? Like he said he did with his connection with the Crips. Let him go down. Justice for.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but being that they bring it into the court, we dealing with civilians. I don't want to speak on that. I'm gonna let the court deal with it the way they deal with it because I don't deal with it the court way.
Right now.
You know?
They trying to go overseas like Russell
Yeah,
Simmons right
you
now.
know. All right, but I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's gonna have their opinion, and that's what this is about in the comments. And that's why I put you up here. That's why I let you voice your opinion. But let them know who you are, so they understand that you just somebody that just called on my phone.
Facebook. Hit me up, Dion Ellison on Facebook. I'm in North Kakalaki. Biggie been in North Carolina plenty of times with Puffy and Bad Boy. I represent the 919, the 252. I represent the East Coast, West Coast, 90s hip hop. I'm a Bad Boy Death Row fan.
All right, but where I'm getting at is family. You caught my number from off the screen. Is that right?
Already.
Did I answer the phone?
Yes, sir.
All right, just remember my Cash App on the screen, nigga, it worked. All right?
Already, my nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
All right. You know we had to hit him with that, my brother. I'm going to give another outro. All right, but that's how these YouTubers supposed to handle it. Don't let nobody come on the show and speak, their opinion that could possibly get another man, whatever color, into a situation, you know what I mean, that they know they wouldn't want to be in regardless. And that's all I'm saying. All right.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was wine. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be whoring uptown, Dominican bust down. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.